So the plot thickens with the Australian Olympic breakdancing team. Hello everybody, it's Tough Ticket Man here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. We got our tickets for today. We got Crossword, top prize 50 grand. That sounds like a plan. And we got Jaws, who will be next? Top prize $100,000. That'd be fantastic. Let's get started. So, more development when it comes to the Australian Olympic breakdancing team. I was talking about yesterday how there's just a lot of heat that Rachel Gunn, aka Raygun, the women's breakdancing Olympic Australian breakdancing competitor. A lot of heat was going on with her performance, and there's a lot of people in the breakdancing community were wondering how in the world did this person get selected on the team? Like, is only three people competing, and two of them have bad ankles or something. One of them got too hurt. Like, what's going on here? Anyway, so I would have the thought like maybe this is just how people are doing breakdancing in Australia. You know, I'm just gonna say Australia. It is a country. It is a continent. It is an island. And sometimes if you're on an island, you might not know what's going on. That being said, I'm pretty sure Australia does have the internet. So they probably could get a little bit of insight to see what's going on with the other competitors when it comes to breakdancing. Who's at the top, aka what Phil Wizard's doing out there. Shout out Phil Wizard. But the idea that like their moves and their style and their crew and all that stuff, what they're doing versus what everybody else is doing, maybe they'd be like, hey, we gotta step it up, or maybe we just gotta step off, because the heat that we're bringing is not hard enough compared to everybody else. So, anyways, a lot of people have been doing their research online to try to figure out what's going on here with Raygun and what's going on. But anyways, one of the interviews I saw, they're talking about kind of her inspiration, like how she got into breakdancing, aka breaking. And she says that her husband actually got her into, it's sort of encouraged her to get into the breakdancing, and her husband's a teacher. And then you start digging into the husband side, and you start watching his moves, and you're like, okay, this fruit is not falling too far from the tree right now. And then you figure out he's an instructor, and you're like, okay, he's teaching people to do it this way. Like, it's impossible for instructors to not, for someone their own personal taste to kind of leak into what everybody else is doing. So you got someone at the top of the food chain here, teaching everyone like, this is what you do, and then you're like, this is not what you should be doing. And yeah, it seemed like the two of them, it's like when they was putting the Olympics together, it's like, okay, well, we'll help be in charge of who's going to the Olympics and who's kind of picking who's going to the Olympics and who's going to qualify and stuff. And yeah, so her husband's kind of, as far as what I saw, his husband's kind of part of the squad that's helped picking the people that are going to the Olympics. And then, funny enough, Raygun makes it onto the Olympic team. So I guess this is how it kind of works. So, anyways, a lot of people online were kind of calling shenanigans on this. So it definitely got a little bit. I want to say on my end, it got a little bit disappointing because like I wanted to believe it. I wanted to believe that it was real, like that Raygun was real, and she was just out there. She was throwing down and feeling good, and this is just how we dance here. This is just how we do. But like, how they do is wrong, and it's like it's not really fair to a lot of people that are doing it right. But then it brings us to this other question where, and I mean this with all due respect, like it's just dancing, like they're dancing, they're just kind of feeling it, because like what Raygun was doing out there, there's somebody that's been to a fancy pants, dance school where they're dancing like they got ants in the pants, and all of a sudden it's like it's magic what they're doing, like the way they're moving their body, and they're manipulating time and space with what they're doing out there. And like it's kind of like art where you look at some art and you're like, okay, And other people are like, "Oh, this is the most amazing thing in the world," and you're like, it's a 9 by 11 foot uh canvas, and it's got 3 lines on it." And like, yeah, but it's a deeper meaning going on here. Like, just like what I'm feeling. It's like I'm feeling like they used a lot of paint. Like, I'm not really feeling like they did a whole lot with it, but I guess maybe I don't really get it. But it's one of those things where like it's hard to interpret like what is and what isn't until the community decides what is and what isn't. So back with dancing here, it's like when we have dancing in general in the Olympics, it's like it's really hard to figure out the technical side of it, which you can mock, you can critique that is objective. But then when it comes to the actual artistic side of it, that's so subjective to what actually is and what isn't. Anyways, back to the kind of the other point that kind of makes it kind of have a weird taste, a weird taste. Kind of the let's say the banana that's taped to the wall of this situation is the fact that Raygun's husband is a breakdancing instructor, and he had a hand in deciding who gets to go to the Olympics, and his wife gets to go to the Olympics, when there's a whole lot of other people that probably could have, again, just subjectively speaking, could have possibly represented the country, the continent, the island of Australia a little bit better in the eyes of the public. Could have represented them a little bit better. So, anyways, it's just the whole thing online, like the whole community. I do hope they continue to do what they're doing because they seem to really enjoy it. Like there's a lot of videos on, like, especially on Instagram and stuff like that, with with people dancing and the competitions, and the thing that's crazy, and it's not like crazy in a bad way, but like it looks like it, like what they're doing in their competitions. It looks like the stuff that Raygun was doing. So like it's not wrong what they were doing. But then again, if that's what they were taught, and if you were bring that kind of kung fu to an actual kung fu competition, it probably wouldn't do very well. I'm glad nobody got hurt. I'm glad it's not kung fu, but anyways, I just thought that was kind of the part that definitely thickened. Yesterday when we were seeing stuff about the whole situation. So, anyways, what we got on this? I think we just got. I feel like we got one word on here. Can't remember what it is. What was it? I know I scratched by it. It's funny. I get to the end of these, I'm just like, I totally missed a whole bunch of stuff. I know we didn't get a. I know we didn't get an N. I know we didn't get a W, which would have been nice. No, we got something on here. I'm sure. Oh, ego. Ego. That's interesting. Sometimes, again, the universe is funny sometimes. The words that actually show up on these cards. Yesterday was Canada, and today is ego. So maybe that's what the word of the day is. The word of the day is ego. If you want to help support the channel, remember to like and subscribe. Moving on to Josh, who will be next. But anyways, it's been really fascinating. And the other thing too, like just to kind of go back to a lot of things in general online, it's like everybody becomes an expert overnight. So just like everyone was like really into skateboarding when like Tony Hawk Pro Skater came out, everyone's gonna be into breakdancing. I think I can't see it being in future Olympics. Like I really, really, really can't. But I'd be curious to see how many people like get stoked and want to start breakdancing because of the Olympics, which I think is a net positive. I think any chance, I'm not, okay, full disclosure, I'm not a dancer. And it's one of those things where people are like, you don't dance with that body, with that form, with that way of manipulating air and time and space. No. I have a good walk, but I'm not a dancer. There's nothing in my body when I hear music where I'm thinking, I need to start dancing. My legs just need to start moving. My feet, legs in the air. It just doesn't happen when I'm existing, sort of thing. So I am curious to see how many people get into more dancing. And I think that's good. I think the arts in general are good. I think playing music is good. I think people that want to act, want to paint, or want to draw, or just want to do stuff, I think that's a big part of life. It's just enjoying the times in between having to survive, basically. That's what art is. I just blew my own mind thinking about that. Because, like, what kind of life is it where you can't dance and sing and play music and draw pictures and stuff like that? Basically, be a child again, because that's what being a child really is. And all of a sudden, life punches you in the face and, like, hey, kid, guess what? You need to survive. You need to make some money. You need to pay taxes. Hey, guess what? You got crippling debt now. Hey, guess what? You got a family to take care of. Hey, guess what? You have a job you don't even like. And hey, guess what? That's going to be your day for 10, 12 hours a day, and then you're going to try to sleep. I just blew my own mind now. Anyways, we got 9, 2, 39, 8, 15. I don't have a system here for like how to actually find these numbers on here. I find this actually overwhelming. I wanted Jaws to be fun, but then when I kind of get here, I'm just like, oh, hard to figure out what numbers you actually have here. Oh, we don't have 9. We don't have 2. We don't have 39. We don't have 8. Well, 5 kind of looks like an 8 if it's got some dirt on it. And we don't have 15. So nothing on the numbers today. Let's move ourselves up here. Oh, I forgot to do this on another call. Let's move up to the $50. We got umbrella. We got... Oh, we're not even going to give us the second umbrella. Just like, nope, kid, get out of here. We got a tree and we got a sun. So nothing on Jaws here. We got to pop back over to Crossword for a second. We didn't get the lucky symbol down here. Let's check that out. We got a necklace. Do we have a second necklace on here? We got a boat. We got a key. We got a ladybug. Hello, Mr. Ladybug. And we got toilet paper. No, we got coffee. Okay, so nothing on that one either. That's okay. So, nothing on the cards today except ego. Maybe ego is the word of the day. Maybe that's what I kind of get from these crosswords. I know I was playing the bingo cards for a bit. But I kind of like the crosswords. I feel like there's something in the universe when we're looking at the words here. Maybe that's something on the day. So maybe something about checking our egos is something we should think about today on this fabulous Tuesday. Anyways, thanks for hanging out today. I hope I'm going to be doing a little bit more research on this whole breakdancing thing because it's really consuming my mind right now. I should probably be doing other things with my time, but you know what? That's what I'm doing with my time right now. Looking into breakdancing at this age, at this time, in this economy. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. See you in the next one. Good luck out there.